To my channel MN Coaching Center. Today I'm going to explain your 10th standard science chapter 4 carbon and its components. So as you know, food, clothes and other elements belongs to the belongs to the belongs to the versatile element of carbon versatile element of carbon, and 0.02% of carbon is present in earth crust. Carbon is present in earth crust. In earth crust, 0.02% of carbon. 0.03% of carbon dioxide is present in the earth. Is present in earth crust. Not and so we will learn more about carbon. So next, first topic is bonding in carbon or covalent bond. So ionic compound has high melting point it ionic compounds has, and low boiling point, as you all may be knowing. If you don't know, remember this: it has high melting point and low boiling point ionic compounds. Most of carbon are poor conductor of electricity as well as we can explain an element when it completely fill its outer cell, and it attains noble gas configuration. It should attain noble gas configuration. That time we can completely explain that. So in case of carbon it has 4 electrons in its outermost cell. 4 electrons in its outermost cell, and it has to gain one electron, or lose all the 4 electron to gain noble gas configuration. First problem is it can gain 4 electrons from C plus ions, but it is difficult to hold nucleus the 6 electrons that hold 6 electrons. That it is difficult for that to 6 electrons to 10 electrons. So it has to hold 10 electrons. It is difficult for electrons. It can so it is difficult for first option to gain electron, or it can give the 4 electrons to C plus ions, but it is also difficult for nucleus who is holding who is holding 6 electrons. It is holding 6 electrons, but it is difficult for 6 electrons to hold only 2 electrons. If it gives 4 electrons, then only 2 electrons will be there in that, so it is difficult for it also to hold only that much. One overcomes this problem. It overcomes this problem. Come this problem by sharing the electron. By sharing the electron, it gives the electron. Sharing the electron, and also many elements does this only. Element does this only. Many elements in the periodic table they does this only. As you all know, hydrogen. No hydrogen electronic configuration. Its atomic number is 1. So it need one electron in a case electron to fill the case shell. You need one electron, and so that it will become H2, and it joins to noble gases. Gas. This is the two hydrogen. So shared electron, one electron is shared. So the hydrogen is became. Next, the atomic number of chloride. Atomic number of chlorine is 17. As you know, atomic number of chlorine is 17. So forms diatomic. It forms diatomic molecules. It forms. You can see the oxygen forms the double bond. So it has 6 electrons, and it need 2 electrons. For stability. It needs. So it is doing double bond. It will form the double bond, and see here totally it will get 8 electrons, and so it gets stable. See here 4 electrons here, and 2 electrons it will give. So it will give 4, 6, and 2 electron here. See here 2 electron is there, so it will give 2 electron, so that it will get stability. Here 6 electrons are there, and here you are seeing in the middle of the circle there are 4. So what means here 6 electrons are there here. So when this another oxygen joins with it, another molecule, so it gives 2 electrons for it, and it will get stability. This nitrogen has. So next is, after this, nitrogen has an atomic number 7. And it gets stability, and it gives 3 electrons. And it gets stability. And this is called as triple bond. So it is called as triple bond. So it gives 3 electrons. Here it gives 2 electrons, so double bond. This is called as triple bond. So like this, here 3 electrons it is sharing, so that they will get stability. So it will get stability. So see here, like this, triple bond with hydrogen, triple bond between 2 nitrogen atoms, it happens. And here also double bond between 2 oxygen atoms, and here single bond with 2 hydrogen atoms. So like this, double bond, single bond, double bond, and triple bond happens. Next is the molecular formula of ammonium. Is NH4. So NH4 is its molecular formula. So let's write its dot structure. So what is this dot structure? 1 minute I will show you dot structure. First let's take methane. Let's take methane. So it is a Is a biogas or compressed biogas or compressed natural gas. Compressed natural gas, CNG we call it as. Molecular formula is CH4. CH4 is the molecular formula for methane. And as you know, so carbon has tetravalency. It has four electrons. So in order to get stability, it shares the electron with the hydrogen. Hydrogen. Such bond that are formed by sharing of pair of electron. Such bond electron is called covalent bond. The pair of electron, the bond that is shared by the pair of electron is called as covalent bond. And it has low melting point. And high boiling point. And high boiling point, and it is poor conductor of heat. Poor conductor of heat. Of electricity, not heat. Electricity. So 1 minute. The electronic dot structure of methane. So here 4 electrons are there in the outermost cell. As you know, the carbon shares the 4 electron, as we said. So it shares the 4 electron with hydrogen, as I said. So like it's sharing, and we get 4 electron in the outermost cell. So like this, you have to write, if they ask in exam, write the dot structure of methane, or like this one, if they ask any dot structure, you have to write. Versatile nature of carbon. What is this versatile nature of carbon? I will explain it. Nature of covalent bond of carbon allows the forms a large amount of compounds. Carbon has unique ability to form bond with other carbon atoms, not other atoms, or other carbon atoms only. It will form bond. This is called as catenation. What is catenation? Means the carbon has a unique ability to form the bond with other carbon atom, and it will give rise to a new molecule. This is called as catenation. Catenation. It may have long chain. So long chain of carbon, long chain or circle, zigzag, ring. It may be the bond may be like long chain ring, and there are single bond, double bond, and triple bond. Single bond, double bond, and triple bond in carbon. Triple bond, and the single bond is called as saturated. Single bond belongs to saturated, and double bond and triple bond belongs to unsaturated. Since carbon has 4 atoms, it has ability to form it has ability to join with other carbon carbon atoms, and the bond that is formed with other atom, the bond that is formed is very much strong. It is formed is very much strong. It is very much strong. So next let's come to saturated and unsaturated carbon. Saturated and unsaturated carbon compounds. Let's come to them. So another bond that is formed between carbon and hydrogen is C2 C2H6, that is ethane. It is ethane. Carbon atoms are linked together. Carbon atoms are linked together with three hydrogen atoms. So there are, what happens means, to C so what happens means H, and here also one H, like this they will be putted, and here they put, and here H, and here C. You have to write the lines there. I have not written that lines, so you have to write that lines there. And here also C will come, here also C, and here you have to write one line, so that you may show that it is bond it is having. So here also H will come. So like this it will be shown. So like this it will be there. Here I did not write lines, you have to write it. Not structure of ethane. So let's know about the dot structure of ethane. Methane we came to know. Next ethane, let's know about it. This is the dot structure of ethane. So like this it will be. So next let's know about the chains link. So chains, ring, as I said, there will be ring shaped. It will be in ring shaped. As I said, the molecules will be put in ring shape or the chain shape. So there are ethane, as I said, methane, ethane, propane, propane. So there are 1, 2, 3. So there are like chain like structure. They have structure, and like this the formula and structure for saturated and structure of saturated compounds of carbon and hydrogen. C, like this you have to write C. Here you can see here CH4, C2CH6, like this you have to write. C3H8 means the third propane. 3 8 8 carbon 8 hydrogen and 3 carbon atoms it have. So this is butane, we call it as butane because it has 4, and this is pentane 5, hexane 6, and octane 7, and heptane 8, like that still it is there. And here this is the complete molecular for two structure of formula C4H10. So here C4H10, here you can see C4H10. For that this is the, like this you have to write. You can write like this, or here that is given in both the types you can write. Structure you can write in both the types. This is the structure of cyclohexane or the C6H12. Here you can see C6H14. For them you have to write like this. This is their carbon skeleton, and here this is full made up of here no hydrogen atoms, so that is carbon skeleton. This has complete molecule. This has carbon skeleton, and this has complete molecules. This has, see here complete molecule it has, and this has carbon. See here only carbon it is made. So this is cyclohexane also they call, or hexane also we can say it as C6H12. Know about benzene. benzene formula. Benzene, that is formula is C6H6. Its formula H6, and like this CC benzene structure will be there. So all these carbon and hydrogen are called as hydrocarbons. So here you can see all these carbon and hydrogen are there. So all these carbon and hydrogen are called as hydrocarbons. They are called as hydrocarbons. And also uh, the hydrocarbon, they are saturated single bond hydrocarbon, are called as alkane. And unsaturated hydrocarbon which contains double more than double bond double bond, and it has more than double bond, and it has one or two triple bond. If it has one or two triple bond, then it is alkali. And if it has more than double bond, then it is alkane. I wrote it became alkaline. If it has more than double bond, then it is alkene. It is called as alkene. And here alkane, if it has more than double bond or triple bond, if it has. And the double bond and triple bond comes to alkane. Double bond and triple bond comes to this unsaturated hydrocarbons only. It comes to this if they ask differentiate, means you have to write to unsaturated hydrocarbons only, the both in that column only you should write. If they ask differentiate between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So far we saw carbon has done bond with hydrogen only, we saw, but it does bond with oxygen and other elements. It ends the bond. Hydrogen is replaced by hydroatoms that are a group it is a group. Tells us about length and importance or nature of carbon chain. It tells us about length and nature of carbon chain. That is called functional group. It is called as functional group. We call it as. So these are some functional groups of carbon compounds. So class of compounds, the functional group alcohol, that is OH. If it belongs to alcohol group, then it is OH. If the carbon the chain belongs to alcohol group, and aldehyde group, if it belongs, then it is if it belongs to aldehyde, then the formula should be CHO, like this it should be. So remember this in your mind, keep it in your mind. They may ask to write to which functional group it belongs. They may ask giving any question. Homologous series. What is homologous series? Let's know about homologous series. So a series in which in a functional group the hydrogen replaces the carbon chain or joins the functional group substituent for for substituent for hydrogen and hydrogen in carbon chain. The such type is called homologous series. And first series is ethane. Ethane first belongs. Ethane is the first we learned about that. And the formula is we can write it as C3H6 or Ca4H8 or C5H10. These are formula. General formula for alkanes is CnH2n. So you can see here 3C3H2 into 3 6, like that only the formula. And still here I will stop. So I will explain the next topics in my next video. So I think you understand till here about the functional groups and other topics of this chapter. So like the video, comment on my video and subscribe my channel in coaching center for more video. I will explain the next topics in my next video. Till then, take care and have a nice day, friends. Bye, friends, and see you and take care and have a nice day, friends. Bye.